Hello, my dear friends. I warmly welcome you all to Ielts Sri Lanka today. And on today's session, we'll be talking about some easy, brisk methods of quick reading, which are useful, and very often used in IELTS reading examination, let it be IELTS general training or IELTS academy. So, in that case, one of the gold standards of methods that are used to read quickly, briskly, faster, whatever it is, are skimming and scanning. Those are the two basics. While we have another two, scanning on skimming and skimming on while scanning. So those are the advanced method, but still have a look, looking at the basic structure of what this is. We have to know how to skim and how to scan at first. All right, quickly I'll take an example. I'll be taking an example on matching headings, which are one of the topics encountered, one of the questions encountered in IELTS reading. And these are one of those compulsory questions which we have to place major emphasis on, because by any chance you will be getting a question on matching headings, because even though these are easy, these have a very high probability of appearing in your exams as well. So that's why I thought of taking this as an example and explaining what is skimming and what is scanning. Right. Okay. So as we all can see, there are two paragraphs and four options given to us as well to match the headings with the paragraph. Before that, I'll give an overview on what is scanning and skimming. Right. Have you all read your newspaper today? The morning newspaper, let it be the Observer, Daily News, or whatever of your preference, and in any language, it does not matter. So skimming is a method similar to reading your newspaper. What do? We normally read the news and we don't memorize stuff, and we don't actually look for information always. We just go through, skim through. That is the similar equivalent of the skimming. We are already done skimming today morning, and you all have done. Even yesterday we have done skimming, and many people have done skimming for almost decades. So that is a method of understanding what is skimming. That's an overview. There should be deeper understanding to that, but just as a first sentence, that's enough for that. Skimming, yes, it's similar to reading a newspaper. What is this scanning? Scanning is like reading a big textbook. Like for instance, like we will take a doctor for instance, like he wants to know about the side effects of paracetamol. What will he do? He will go into the index or onto the chapter which relates to paracetamol, and he'll be looking for information which is related to paracetamol. That's how he will get the information. Same thing is done in scanning. For instance, if you're given a question like in 1988, this happened in Southern America, in Brazil. So we will actually, and the question asks you to ask something related to 1988, which happened in 1988. So what you should be doing is you have to go and search for, first of all, where is this 1988? You have to train your eyes, your visual memory. We have plenty of exercises, and we have trained many who can easily find those or scan the words very easily and more briskly than many other students. Okay, so there are different methods of training, and we'll henceforth do that. It doesn't matter. So it's similar. That is the way of relating this to scanning. So everyone can scan. It does not matter. Okay, but let us not be too theoretical, and I'll be dropping in some practical tips as well. But go on. So you can look at this number 1, the paragraph number 1. I'll just skim through that. For example, the typist comfortably chair, height and back, adjustable for angle and height, sitting ledge, preferably cloth cover, excessive perspiration. Fine. It didn't even take me 10 seconds to get the whole idea of this paragraph. That's the proper way of skimming. Okay. You have to get only you get the idea which is in the paragraph. You don't have to look for information. Okay, that is the correct method of skimming. Let me do that for the second paragraph as well. Sensible work by important factor, prevention of muscular fatigue, discomfort, arms, neck, hands, eye strain associated with keyboard, visual display, something. Here I get to know that this paragraph is emphasizing on or explaining something on or related to some medical condition. That's what I don't know. I don't know anything more than that. Okay, that's fine. Let's go through the questions. A, B, C, and D. So A asks you, what if I experience any problems? Problems are there. There are medical problems, but it does not show that someone personally experienced any problem. It shows a generalized problem. So okay, let's skip to the next one. When is it the best time to do filing shows? Filing shows, shows means work. So best time for filing shows. Is there something related to filing shows? I cannot get to that. So let's on to the next question. What makes a good seat? Yeah, a good seat, as you all know, synonyms come into play here. Seat and a chair are the same. Now they are almost something like synonyms. So here I read something related to a chair. So on the first paragraph, it clearly describes how the ideal chair should be. So already I think I've got to that place. What makes a good seat? So I'll just go back to the paragraph number one. Now think I can comfortably read the paragraph taking some time, not really in excess, but I think I can take some time. And I must be comfortably accommodated in a chair, adjustable with height. Okay, blah blah blah, and there are some stuff. So I think number C, letter C relates to the first paragraph. Okay, let us go on to the next one. What are the common health problems? I already told you all. I went through something which relates to generalized health problems that occur in people as a side effect of some malpractice, or because we did skimming, so I don't know how it occurred. But I can go through the second paragraph. Sensible work practices are important factor in the prevention of muscular fatigue. Yeah, it generally talks about some medical conditions which relate to D. What are the common health problems? Yeah, so I think 2 should be D. It should be matched with D. Okay, fine. So this is how you simply use your skimming and scanning methods to break through this question, and finally you can see how simple that is. So you can just go through the basics. This is how it is done. Really, it's not that I took an most simplest of the examples to explain this. It doesn't matter in that way. If you know the basics, even you can break the major, some enormously difficult question into simple ways, because it all starts with the basic and practice. So with that, I would conclude what is skimming and scanning, and I think I've shed enough of light in the most simplistic of ways for y'all to know how to skim and how to scan, how to look for your answers. Okay, I'll be signing off, and thank you.